Hey there, ever wanted to make your own video game music? Today we're breaking down how to make a track made for exploring a quirky town. So get comfortable, relax, drop me a like as it really helps support the channel, and let's get into it. Let's do something a bit different today. I've started off by just listening to a reference track. If you're new to making video game music, then I suggest always having a listen to something and create something similar to it. Okay, so I've just come up with this. I think that works. We're just playing C and B on the left hand, and we're just doing essentially A minor, but the first two notes of A minor and the first two notes of G. Let's have a listen to that. And let's go and put some drums on it. I think that gives it a nice feel. This is just the Latin drummer from Logic, and then a melody. Let's try that. So I'm imagining exploring a quirky town or some sort of weird forest maybe. And an extra bell there just to vary it up. So we've copied and pasted the drums and the organ part, and I've just added this string in, so let's have a listen to this. Mainly a descending pattern, just going down, what's it, C, B, E, D, C, and then because it sounded a bit too low, I wanted to go up, back up to the B there, because that B sounded too low. So back up to the B, E, D, and let's put a melody on top of that. And that's just me jamming on top of it, just playing in a scale. I looped that around a few times, and that is literally a jam. So don't always think I've got to write a melody and I've got to put the notes in exactly. Just play on top of it and see what you like. And then we'll go back to the first part and just vary it up, the second half of it. Double it up here. And that's important. So when you're going to a brand new section, have some sort of lead in at the end. I'm just doing a rising pattern here on 3 instruments. Was it D, E, F sharp? So then I can lead it into the next chord. Let's add some drums on top of that Latin percussion pattern. So I've just put this down here. I think that works. Some guitars there, and that is using the acoustic, strummed acoustic from Session Guitarist, which you get with Complete Ultimate, I believe. Let's solidify what these chords are. So on the strings, so there we're going just C, B minor, A minor, and then G, and then going back up scale and straight back round to C. Thicken it up with bass strings, just the root notes. Yep, that's about right. Melody. Layer that with some pluck strings, just doing octaves. And I think it just needs something else. Yeah. Bell. And let's run at the end. Now we're going to thicken up the whole section by just putting some more layers on it. So I brought this organ back here. That's not an organ. What sound is that? It's some sort of plucky string. That's a very slightly different fill at the end. So the first time the fill was just rising, and the second time round I've done just as simple as that, which I do because we're going to have to loop this whole piece back around, and it wouldn't have worked going up. All right, let's have one listen the whole way through, and if you've got any questions, then pop them down below while you're listening. Should loop back around. Yes, good. So I think that sounds quite kind of quirky and would be suitable for a few scenarios in a game. If you want me to make something else and show you how to do it, then pop it down in the comments and like, subscribe, all that. Brilliant. See you in the next one.